Students, now we are going to see 5.2 point, that is Buddhism, Buddha Dharma. Buddhism spread in India and in many countries outside India. Gautam Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. Gautam Buddha 563 BCE to 483 BCE. Gautam Buddha was born at Lumbini in Nepal. His father's name was Shuddhodhan and mother's name was Maya Devi. His birth name was Siddhartha. He had attained knowledge of human life in its entirety. That is why he came to be known as the Buddha. He wanted to know why there is sorrow and suffering in human life. He left his home and all comforts in pursuit of the answer to this question. मानवी जीवनात दुःख का आहे हा प्रश्न त्यांना पडला. त्याचे उत्तर शोधण्यासाठी त्यांनी घरदाराचा त्याग केला. On Vaishak Purnima, he was sitting in a deep meditation under a peepal tree at Urvela, near the city of Gaya in Bihar. That is when he attained Bodhi, enlightenment or the highest knowledge. The tree is now known as the Bodhi tree, Buddha Vriksha, and the place Urvela is known as a Bodh Gaya. He delivered his first sermon at Sarnath near Varanasi. Sermon means pravachan. His teaching in the first sermon are termed Dhamma. He set in motion the wheel of Dhamma in his sermon. Therefore, this event is called Dhamma Chakra Pravartan in Pali and Dhamma Chakra Pravartan in Sanskrit. Later, he travelled on foot, Charika, for nearly 45 years to preach Dhamma. Charika means पायी फिरणे. He preached in the people's language, Pali. In Buddhism, the concept of taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha is important. It is known as Trisharan. बौद्ध मध्ये बुद्ध, धम्म आणि संघ यांना शरण जाण्याची संकल्पना महत्त्वाची आहे. या संकल्पनेला त्रिशरण असे म्हणतात. The essence of the Dhamma he expounded is as follows. Arya Satya, noble truth. There are 4 truths at the root of all human affairs. They are called noble truth or Arya Satya. First, dukkha, suffering. There is suffering in human life. Second, the cause of dukkha. There is a cause of suffering. Third, dukkha nirvaran. It is possible to end suffering. Fourth, pratipad. Pratipad means the way. This way leads to the end of suffering. This is the way of good conduct. It is known as the Ashtagik or a eightfold path. Panchashil. Gautam Buddha asked people to follow 5 rules. The rules are called Panchashil. First, stay away from killing animals. Second, stay away from stealing. Third, stay away from unethical conduct. Fourth, stay away from telling lies. Fifth, stay away from intoxicant. Intoxicant means a substance like alcohol. Buddha Sangha. He created a Sangha of bhikkhus to preach his religion. Followers who gave up their domestic life and entered the Sangha were called bhikkhus. They too travel on a foot like the Buddha to preach Dhamma to the people. There was a separate Sangha of women. They are called bhikkhunis. People of all varnas and castes could embrace Buddhism. बौद्ध धर्मात सर्व वर्णातील व जातीमधील लोकांना प्रवेश होता. Essence of his teaching. Gautam Buddha announced the freedom of human intelligence. He refused the discrimination based on things like Varna. No one is a greater or a smaller by birth. Greatness depends on one's behavior or a conduct. One of his famous quotes is that even the little quill can creep freely in her nest. छोटीशी चिमणी देखील आपल्या घरट्यात स्वच्छंदपणाने चिवचिवते. This shows his thinking on the value of freedom and equality. He preached that, like a man, women too had the right to their own upliftment. He opposed the rituals of yajna. His teaching of wisdom, prajna, moral virtue, seal, and the other values are aimed at the welfare of a man. Compassion, karuna, for all living beings was an extraordinary feature of his personality. The tolerance preached by Gautam Buddha is a guiding principle not only for the Indian society but for all mankind even today. Lokayat. The ancient trend of thoughts known as a Lokayat or Charvak is also important. It emphasized independent thoughts and rejected the authority of the Vedas. In the ancient period, new religious trends and thoughts went on emerging in India. Later on, religions like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Zoroastrianism, Parsi, also took root in the Indian society. Students, now we are going to see point 5.3 Judaism, Jew Dharma. People belonging to the Jewish religion may have arrived in Kochi in Kerala around the 1st to 3rd century of the Christian era. They believe that there is only one God. Judaism emphasizes justice, truth, peace, love, compassion, humility, charity, ethical speech, and self-respect. ज्यू धर्माच्या शिकवणीत न्याय, सत्य, शांती, प्रेम, करुणा, विनम्रता, दान करणे, चांगले बोलणे आणि स्वाभिमान या गुणांवर भर दिलेला आहे. Their prayer house is known as synagogue. The next point, 5.4, Christianity, Christian Dharma. Christianity is a religion founded by Jesus Christ. It has spread all over the world. Saint Thomas, one of the 12 disciples of Christ, came to Kerala in the 1st century of the Christian era. He established a church at Palayuru in Trichur district in 52 CE. According to the teaching of Christianity, there is only one God. He is the loving Father of all and is omnipotent. Omnipotent means Sarva Shaktiman. It is believed that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, who came to the earth for the salvation of mankind, means मानव जातीच्या उद्धारासाठी. According to the teaching of Christianity, we are all brothers and sisters. We should love everyone, including our enemies. We should forgive those who err or go wrong. The Bible is the holy book of Christianity, and their prayer house is known as a church. Students, now we are going to see the point 5.5, Islam, Islam Dharma. Islam is a monotheistic religion. There is only one Allah and Muhammad is his prophet. The message of a God is revealed through him in the holy book of Quran Sharif. The word Islam means peace. It also means surrender to Allah. The teaching of Islam is that Allah is eternal, absolute, all powerful and merciful. सर्व काळी आणि सर्वत्र फक्त अल्लाह आहे असे इस्लाममध्ये सांगितलेले आहे. The purpose of human existence is to worship Allah. The Quran Sharif provides guidance on how man should behave in life. Since ancient times, there have been trade relations between India and Arabia. Arab traders used to visit the parts of the coast of Kerala. Islam spread in Arabia in the 7th century CE. Islam arrived in India in the same century through the Arab traders. The prayer house of Islam is known as a mosque or a masjid. Now the last point, 5.6, Zoroastrianism. Since ancient times, the Zoroastrian people and the Vedic people have shared ties. The sacred text Grantha of the Parsis or Zoroastrian people is the Avesta. The language of the Rig Veda and Avesta is similar. The Parsis come to India from the Pars or a Fars province of Iran. पारसी लोक इराणाच्या पार्स किंवा फार्स नावाच्या प्रांतातून भारतात आले, म्हणून त्यांना पारसी या नावाने ओळखले जाते. It is mostly believed that they first come to Gujarat in the 8th century CE. Zarathustra or Zoroaster was the founder of their religion. Ahur Mazad is the name of their god. The elements of the fire and the water are very important in their religion. The sacred fire burns in the temples which are known as Agyaris. At the core of the Parsi thinking are the three main principles of conduct, namely, first, good thoughts, second, good words, and third, good deeds.